Alright, so here we got the 2022 XRAY XB2 Carpet Edition. I just got this thing in the mail last week and I'm so excited to dig into it and start building. It's been hard to let it sit for a week and not just dive in. I wanted to take an unboxing video just whenever I was doing the research on these things before I bought one. There's not a whole lot of videos out there, so I figured I'd throw one up on here just in case anyone else is interested. Trying to research these things. I'm coming from an associated B6.3, so I'm really excited to see how well these X-rays go together and handle on the track. So yeah, let's get straight into it. Alright, so we got the cover off and we're just going to dive in here. Get this open. So first thing you get is your paper that has your serial number on it. That's your certificate. And then underneath that you get the manual, and this thing is just beautiful. It's in color. Looks like it explains everything very well. They use the same manual for the dirt and carpet edition, so they just kind of have little areas where they say, hey, for carpet use this, for dirt use this. But really good looking manual. I don't think I'll have any problems as far as the manual goes. One of the things that I'm not a huge fan of that I see right off the bat is the C-clips on the shock shaft right here to hold the piston on. I don't know, in the past with other vehicles with that design, anytime I'm taking them apart or putting them on, one will fly across the room and I'll lose it or something. So I'll definitely be picking up some extra C-clips. Next thing you get is this paper that just has a bunch of part numbers of stock parts and option parts, and it unfolds into an exploded view poster. Next you just have a sticker sheet, and then lastly you get the window trim. Alright, so our first bag looks like some rear arms, inserts, hinge pins, shock tower, drive shafts, stuff like that. Each bag has a piece of paper in there that tells you who packaged it. So that's pretty cool. I guess that's so if you're missing parts you can say, hey, this guy did it. And then we have our shock parts bag. And let's see if we can find a shock shaft here. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm talking about right there with the C-clips, just the little grooves, like the Associateds, if anyone's familiar with those, or if you aren't. The top of the shaft is threaded, so you just run a screw down in there. It's a little bit easier. Next bag we get to looks like it's going to be the front arms, tie rods, hinge pins and whatnot. And then we get into our chassis rails, steering components, bulkhead. And I'm not sure what these little pieces are in here. They kind of look like cardboard, but they're not cardboard. I don't know if they're made to resist rust or something in this bag. I have no clue. If anyone knows what those are, comment down below because I'm clueless. Then we get into our transmission, the inserts, slipper pads, spur gear, transmission gears, all the transmission goodies. And then here we have, what do we have here? We'll get our front shock tower, battery mounts, servo horns, all that good stuff. Then we have your stay small, miscellaneous screw bag, and then we have just some standard bearings. I'll probably be putting these in an ultrasonic cleaner and getting all the grease that they pack in there and just re-oiling them. That way they spin a whole lot more freely. If anyone would like to see a video on that process, just leave a comment down below. And then we just have our front and rear shocks. And lastly, we have the diff. And one of the things I was surprised about is that this diff comes with these like graphite gears, I guess. Graphite, plastic, I'm not sure what they're made of. But to me, it doesn't seem like those will be too strong. And on my B6, I run a 2-gear setup. I'm a little bit skeptical to do that on here. I'll probably run a 4 until I can find some metal gears. But who knows, maybe these surprise me and they hold up pretty well. And then, surprisingly, we get some wheels. My B6.3 kit did not come with wheels, so it was kind of cool to see some wheels in here. The only weird thing was, this is the carpet kit, and they give you the wide front wheels like you would kind of use for a dirt car. So I'm not sure as to why they did that. Then we get your wing, and this wing has a ton of different cut lines for different adjustments. It's kind of crazy. I've never seen a wing with that many cut lines. Then we have the body. And I probably won't even use this. I'll probably end up getting one of the Proline Axis bodies. I like the way those look and handle. Then we just have our fluids. You get 5,000 for the diff, 450 and 500 for the shocks, and some graphite grease. And lastly, we get your chassis, and this thing is absolutely beautiful. It's a black anodized aluminum. I can't wait to scratch it up. And then you get a whole heck of a lot of Velcro, enough to do multiple cars. So yeah, that's everything that comes in the box. I went ahead and picked up a few upgrades, and I'll show you all those. I picked up the front sway bar kit. I'm also going to get the rear whenever I can find it in stock somewhere. I picked up the 26-degree brass bulkhead. I got the Avid wing button. I have one of those on my B6.3 and I just really like it. And then I have the aluminum differential pins. I got those so whenever I get the metal gears I can run that 2-gear setup and just run one of these pins instead of that cross setup. And then I got some 1-Up Racing 3mm black lock nuts. I just got those to kind of make the car look a little cooler. But yeah, I can't wait to get this thing put together. I might do some build videos and try to put those up on here. I'm not quite sure yet. It just kind of depends on how much time I have. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys.